Hey everyone, it's Silver Moon. I am back. I have been going crazy with setting this house up and everything. So we're actually in my bedroom, and this is my new space where I'm going to do my YouTube videos and stuff. And so I'm really excited. I've been kind of missing the communication. I've been so disconnected with social media and everyone's videos that I have so much to catch up and to watch a lot of people's videos, and it's been crazy. But I'm finally at a really good place where I feel comfortable enough to put some good stuff out there. I've been kind of messing with my shop. I recently changed the look of it, and I've been testing out some new readings, and I'm tweaking them a little bit, and I'm going to offer them in my shop for those that would love a reading from me. I'll share a little bit more about readings in another video. But today, well, actually, let's go backtrack. So I was watching a little bit of my old videos, and I haven't been on YouTube for that long, and so I was kind of seeing that, I did the 30 Days of Magic challenge, and then I did the 31 Days with the Goddess Morgan, and in between there was just some kind of videos, and I haven't done any kind of like spell work or magic, like really like get my hands dirty and stuff, and I kind of missed it. So I thought, what could be the best thing I could do that will benefit the house that I'm in, that will allow me to get my hands dirty in some magic. And I said, a witch's bottle will be great, because I always do a witch's bottle when I get to, when I move somewhere new. And so let me see, how many have I done? I think I've done six different witches bottles, and I think I made a video on witches bottle, but I think I didn't share the actual ritual part of it, like the actual creating it. I just shared what I kind of like my feelings about it and where I put it. But this time I thought it would be really fun to kind of share with you guys the process of what goes in it, and my personal items that I like to put in witches bottles. And this is the first time where I'm not going to bury it. I'm actually going to keep it, and just keep it in my sacred area, and possibly even my altar, or I have all my little witchy things, because I kind of want to keep it. Because I've always felt really weird about the after part. So most of you know that I move a lot, and I really want to stop that cycle. I kind of want to start just stop moving. I want to just stay somewhere and just make it permanent. And so usually when I move, I would either, if I'm able to, I'll dig up where I buried that witch's bottle, and disperse of its energy and all the items, and remove it, and then open it and dump everything out, and it just goes into the trash if it's able to be thrown away. And this time, I actually, when I moved from Merced to LA, I left the witch's bottle buried, because I buried it pretty deep under this tree. So all I did was, I just kind of put my energy, and I just kind of did a spell over it to disperse the energy and allow whatever is in there to no longer have any magical properties or any connection to me. And so that way everything gets dispersed into earth. And I kind of wanted to think about, since I did leave it there, I felt a little bit bad because it's not really, I guess, biodegradable. And I was thinking of it just, okay, if I bury it, what kind of items can I use that it's easy to either, I don't know, I wasn't thinking about it too much, but I just decided not to bury it this time. So long story short, I'm not burying it, and we're going to keep it intact, and I'm going to keep it with me, and possibly this is one thing that I might either travel with me, and hopefully it's not something I want for me to ever have to do again. So hopefully this is the last time I do a witch's bottle, for myself at least. But I did want to share with you something. Yesterday, which was Saturday, I had a really fun play date with Joanna Devoe. We went to Pasadena. We had a really good brunch, and we went to go see a movie. For those of you who know Joanna Devoe, she's freaking phenomenal. Little starstruck a little bit because she's so cool. So we went to go have breakfast, and then we went to the ArcLight to go watch The Knight's Cup. And the movie's called The Knight's Cup, and it features Christian Bale. It has Kate Blanchett, Natalie Portman, and some other actors and actresses that are actually kind of famous, and they're really cool. And it kind of circled around Christian Bale's character, and he was kind of the knight, the Knight of Cups. And it kind of had a really cool tarot theme with the major arcana. So it was interesting to see it in the moon's perspective, and the high priestess perspective, and the tower perspective, the death perspective, and the fool. And Joanna and I kept getting excited when we see little things in the really cool artsy imagery. We will see like this pimp when there was talking about when it was like supposed to be the chapter called the High Priestess. And there was this pimp in Vegas, and you see his like his hose. One will be wearing a black dress, and one will be wearing like a really skimpy white dress, but there will be next to him almost like symbolizing the pillars. And so it was really fun watching it and pinpointing these little things, and Joanna caught way more than I did. And they were outside kind of comparing the notes, but it was fun. I really loved it. I absolutely needed it because I was needing to get out and see the LA life, because I was getting a little bit cabin fever just staying in the house. And so I just wanted to share that because that was a really cool experience. Oh, and let me show you something too that she gave me. Okay, so Joanna recently just had a 10-year anniversary. I believe she said that 2006 she created a adult coloring book, and she gave it to me yesterday. I thought it was really cool. She gave me this really awesome tote, which I'm gonna link I'm gonna link her website so you can purchase it. I'm not sure how much they are, but it's really cool, and it has her art, and it says "Too Hip for Thou," and it has like really cool. I love the imagery. It's so cool. I love her illustrations. They speak to me. It's almost like you would see this in a mural in LA as you're walking down to the streets to some like really cool hip coffee shops. They're fantastic. And she gave me the coloring book, which is called Will Work for Food, and it's a little it's not PG, it's a little rated R. She shared it with you in her recent vlog, but it's really cool, and I love it. I can't wait to color it. I thought it was just gonna be like colorful things to color, but there's really great poems that she put in here, and I can't wait to kind of sit and just kind of color and kind of mess with it. I mean, there's some graphic imagery. Let me show you one. I mean, there's like images like that, and it's very feminist, very powerful. It's like really, really cool. And there's some images that I want to actually color and cut out and put in my book of shadows like that. Oh, I just love that. She's amazing. I didn't know what a talent she had. I know she shared this one with you, but oh, I love this. It for me, if I paint it or color it the way I want to, I could definitely see the goddess Morgan in this. She's just so talented. I love it. This was really cool. Very political. Where is it at? It says to enter your insert phallus of choice, and it tells you to cut it out and then insert it in here. So it's a really very powerful message about how women are portrayed in media and how they're being used for their sexuality to sell things. I mean, it's a very feminist book, and I absolutely love it. And I'm going to link it so that you guys could purchase it. And I believe she's doing a huge giveaway, so I'm also going to link the vlog so that you guys get a free copy and get entered into that contest that she's having. So without further ado, let's get to the crafting of the witch's bottle. Alright, you guys, I am back, and actually I'm filming this on Monday because I was running out of light on Sunday. And so I'm actually doing the witch's bottle today, which is Monday, and I'm going to upload this video hopefully today. So I'm a little bit behind because I really wanted to post everything, my newsletter, my weekly reading, everything on Sunday. But I'm going to do it today on Monday, and hopefully I'll be in a better track on next Sunday. Okay, so I have everything I need for my witch's bottle. And for those that don't know what a witch's bottle is, it's actually a really great way to bless your house and to continuously protect it while you're there, in a really nice mason jar. It could be any kind of jar. It could be an orb. It could be a bottle, a vase that you kind of seal, anything that you want to put items in it. It could be a box as well. But I tend to love mason jars because they just look so cool, and they're very easy to seal and to keep protective and to decorate. And that's the part I like, the decorating part. So, I just love that. I used it for a really long time. There's not one right way or wrong way of doing a witch's bottle. It really is a personal, it's really a personalized thing for that individual witch. So they're always unique and they're always different, and they always have different items in it. Some of the items that you'll see here, you might not resonate, might not put in them, or if you really like the ideas but you don't know where to find them, you don't have to put them in there. So this is the way that I've done it for the past couple years. So they're always open for interpretation, for alteration, for editing. So do what you will, take what resonates with you, and then leave the rest. I always start by filling up. I usually get an incense stick and then just go over all my items inside. And then I start off by gathering soil from my property where I'm going to be living in, where I want the protection to be. And I kind of fill it to where I feel comfortable. I apologize for my voice. I think I'm losing, or I think I'm getting sick. I'm not sure. But I usually fill it just a good, not really halfway, but almost halfway full of soil. I don't have a preference between dry or moist soil. This seems a little bit fresh because there was a rain that just happened recently, so the soil's a little bit moist. So I guess to each their own. I really don't have any properties, but I just felt since it rained recently, I think the soil has a really nice fresh charge to it, and so I'm going to use it the way it is. And I have, so the items that I'm using today is rusty nails. I have quite a bit in here. Whenever I'm walking or at my property and I find really good rusty big nails, I take them. I never know when I'm going to need them. You don't have to use them only for witches bottles. You could use them for protection. You could actually do a really cool protection ladder by tying strings and just having the nails like that, put them over a doorway. You could use a rust. Rust is a really powerful protection. Nails in general are a really great way of warding off any negative energies, anything like that. So having them around your doorway, making them into a cross or any kind of design that you wish. I usually like keeping them around. They're really great to use to write on candles. If you want to use that element of rust to banish something on the candle before you burn it, it's really great. So we'll be using that. I have a citrine crystal, as well as because I always use citrine in any mojo bag, any kind of magic that I do. We have a citrine crystal that we're going to put in it, and I like to use a new shiny penny to represent the abundance. I haven't found any 2016 pennies, and so I'm using a 2015. So I think that's fine. I also have a written kind of like spell prayer thing before I don't burn it. But this is just my intentions. I just wrote what I want to manifest in this house, the blessings that I want for my family, everything. I even designed, because most of you know that I'm, that we're working and repairing the house and alternating and stuff. And so I drew a diagram of what I would love the house to look like, or, what I would like to do with the space. And so I drew it, and I wrote here, I am deserving of wonderful things. And I just dated it. I actually did this on February 18th So I've been holding it in sacred space for a really long time, waiting to do this. So I'm going to put this in there. Um, I have in this one here a blend of different herbs. I'm using rose petals, mugwort, lavender, sage, thyme, bay leaves, and what else? I think that might be it. So that's my mixture. You can use any herb that you like, that resonates with you. In here, I have actual hair. I have some hair from myself, from Eric, and my pets. I don't have any personal items from my mom or my brother, but I did write that they are also protected and blessed in this letter. You don't necessarily have to put something of personal. I love to do that because it makes it my own. It makes it very personal. Um, in the past, some people have used nail clippings, have used blood or menstrual blood or semen, whatever it is that you feel is personal. Some people spit in it. I think hair is fine. Again, to each their own. And I also have some happy candles. I love yellow. I think it's an abundant color. Reminds me of the sun. Reminds me of home, of the kitchen, of cooking, of something fresh. And I want to use this to seal the top after we're done. And then you don't have to do the next step, but I have a sealing wax that I want to do my silver moon crest on the top. And then once I do that, then I stamp it. And it's a really cool crescent moon with a star. I know you can't see it, but I just kind of stamp it at the top and it is done. And so I have my Book of Shadows open. I have the kind of like a spell that I want to do. I edited it before. I don't know who originally wrote this. A long time ago, I know Flora Sage Peterson shared a video and she mentioned it, and I remember some of the words and I wrote it down and then I altered it, so it's a little bit mixed up. So yeah, I can't tell you where I got it, but it's really nice, and I've always used these same items and they're written on here. So I think without further ado, we'll just go ahead and I'm gonna get in the space to put everything together. And normally what I do is I desensitize my hands. I do a little blessing over it. And then when I'm ready, I'll get to it. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna speed cast that part because usually it could take me up to 15 minutes, or I don't know how long it's gonna take me to when I feel guided to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and then just go ahead and get started. Okay, so what I did was I desensitized my hands and I kind of just prayed over it, and in my head I just spoke to my spiritual tribe, and I called down the goddess Maka, Anu, and Bob, and the goddess Morgan all together to pretty much just talk from my heart of my intentions of what I'm doing here, what I would like for them to do, which is cleanse and bless the items that I have on this table, to bless the space that I'm in, to rid of it of all negativity and any lingering energies that don't need to be in this moment. So I kind of pray over the space. And once I do that, that allows me to feel ready, I guess, to begin. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to begin. And so I'm going to start reading my spell here. And I'll try to read it loud so you can hear me. And the first item, like I said, is a soil. You could do it while you're pouring, because there's a thing when it says here through earth anchors this magic in the ground. And so usually that's when you put the jar in the ground and you start filling it, but I like to usually put the dirt in it. But since we're doing it here, I already did the dirt in here. So when I read that part, I'm not going to add soil in here. So just to let you know. And let me make sure that I have everything at the ready. All right, so I'm going to start. With the goddess working, let me see if I can read it. With the goddess working for me and through me, according to free will and for the good of all, I now fill this bottle. Earth anchors this magic in the ground. This rusty nail now repels anything and everyone negative or life denying. This sparkly, shiny piece of citrine crystal holds the light for me, the light of magic and my deities. These herbs infuse the bottle with their living properties, causing or cleansing, purifying, consecrating, and blessing. And while you're pouring, you kind of want to keep that intention as you're adding items. And so right now I just kind of feel the energy of the herbs, and I like to run my fingers through it to kind of just put my energy in it. Okay. This new penny manifests abundance in this, my home. This home is divinely protected and effectively safe. Nothing and no one can enter or even touch it without my permission. Only those people, animals, and beings through whom the goddess work can stay here, can visit here, and can touch this place. And at that point, I add all the other items. And so I'm adding the hair from, well, that went all in there, myself, Eric, my animals. And I'm also going to add the prayer spell, remaining of the spell. So I'm going to put that in there. Okay. Only positive magic and positive witchcraft live in this place, in safety, protection, abundance, love, and joy. I now hide this bottle. It is invisible to all but me and those I choose, and its magic continues. And so it is. So at this, I finished the little ritual part, just the sayings to put all the items in there, and they're all in here. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, desensitize my hand again, and just do my final little prayer over it before I completely seal it. At this point, it's really good if you want to add anything else that you might have forgotten, to go ahead and do so now, before you seal it. Because once you seal it and once you put the candle wax over it, then it's going to be really messy to go back and open it and add things in it. So make sure that you're happy with the way it looks. You can always shake it, mix it around so it's all mixed, but I kind of like the look of the layers. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead once more and just do my final little thank yous and call down the Goddess Morgan and just to bless the items. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I always, when I'm ready to end whatever I'm doing, I always like to trace a pentagram over it and then just kind of seal it with my hands. And so now that I did that, I want to go ahead and and drip the candle wax all over it. You could be creative. You could use different candle colors, whatever you like. Again, I'm using the yellow because it makes me happy, and it makes me think of home, really fresh and positive energy. So I'm going to let that burn, and I'm going to go ahead and just light it and speed cast it because it's going to take a while. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I was going to use 2, because normally I do 2, but I think 1 was enough. And these are just the normal taper candles that you get for like $1. So I actually kind of like the way it looks, just with the 1. So I'll show you a little close up. I did the top all around it. I think one's good. I think one's good. So I'm gonna leave it. So the next thing is, I'm just gonna make sure then that is already cooled off a bit. This one's a little bit tricky because you need to wait till it kind of heats up, and then with the sealing wax, before you do the crest on it, you want to let it kind of get a little bit harder or harden a little bit, but not too much because you want to press it down. So it just needs a little bit. So I'm gonna light it a little and wait till that. Oh, did it work? I'll wait till this burns. And I love doing this. I love stationery, and I love writing people letters and then using the crest. I don't do it all the time, but when I do, I like it. So now that that's melting, you just kind of hold it at an angle, just like you did the candle, and let it drip out in the center of it. And I'm just going to put it at the top and let that wax kind of gather and collect. Okay, so I'm gonna blow on it just a little bit, just to kind of get it a little harder, but not too hard. Make sure that nice. Awesome. So you won't be able to see it because it's very light, or maybe you can see it. It's a crescent moon with the little with the star in it. Hopefully you can see that. But I'm very happy. It has my silver moon stamp of approval. So yeah, this was my way of doing a witch's bottle, and I'm actually going to keep this just in my closet in my bedroom, and whenever I feel guided to, I'll go back and kind of feed it some of my energy. Oops. And just kind of go back to it and keep making it fresh. That's why I like using citrine crystal, because I feel citrine crystals are they're automatically always staying positive, always charging itself, charging other things around it with positive magic and positive energy. So I love putting in stuff like this where I don't have to constantly keep doing it, only when I feel guided to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's usually with these, they're always kind of weird. I don't know what to do because usually rituals and stuff, and this kind of stuff is a little private. So I always feel a little bit nervous when I do it because, you know, you stumble on some of the stuff that you normally wouldn't. But I think that's the fun part. I think that makes it a little bit more real. And so, yeah. So thank you guys. I'm so glad to be back. And I'm hoping to do a video every Wednesday and Saturday. I'm going to try to keep that schedule, and then my newsletters on Sundays. And for those of you who are interested in my newsletters, I do a blog every month, and I'm going to start doing a weekly reading for just those that subscribe to my newsletters, and I'll post that into like a video on the link in the newsletter every Sunday. So once a month, on the newsletter, you get my blog post, and then every Sunday you'll get just a weekly energy reading of what's going on, what's happening in the week, and then some special little videos that I won't share on with everyone on my YouTube, just for those that that subscribe to my newsletter as a thank you and appreciation. In the newsletter, you always get some really cool things I'm gonna start putting as a new products, some discounts, promos, all kinds of good stuff, and I'll link all that information at the bottom of this video. So thank you guys. I'm so happy to be back. Blessed be, and take care.